Alright guys, so we are here at Rivals. It is packed. It's a Friday, so we've got like 3 different matches going on. But yeah, it's pretty freaking dope right now, guys. Easily 2 to 3 times bigger than his old shop, and now it has 2 bathrooms. It's probably that's the thing I'm happiest about. It's got 2 bathrooms.
Hey Bailey, what's your favorite thing about the new place? Is it the 2 bathrooms?
It has 2 bathrooms.
It has 2 bathrooms!
What's up? My name is Peter Brown. I played Trickstar Shaddoll at YCS Vegas. I won 2 Win-A-Mat tournaments with the new Yugioh Win-A-Mat that's super clean in a row. It was nice. And there was like an instance where I won 9 matches straight between main event and Win-A-Mat. It was super nice. And my second Win-A-Mat, I didn't even drop a game. Like, this deck is super clean. It's a nice kind of innovative take on Shaddolls compared to like the standard Invoke Shaddolls, and it's a lot kind of more consistent. So I'm just here to check it out. All right, so we played. I divided it by sections. 3 Wendy essentially. With Super Poly, it matters to play the E-Tally instead of the third one. You can argue to play 3 Wendy in E-Tally, but I think this card's important with Super Poly because you can't use cards in the hand as material. Wendy's the best one. It's really going from the new structure deck. 2 Skamata, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Beasts. These cards are self-evidently pretty strong. I really like 2 Beasts. Some people play 1. I'm not sure why. You summon off Wendy basically every time. One of the not as good ones, but still fine ones. Playing Shaddolls, so obviously we're playing 3 of the crazy one, 3 of the pretty good one, and 3 of this also good one. I really like this card a lot. It's one of my favorite cards. It has an infinite loop between Construct and It, and Winda and Shakanagas. A lot of times, especially in the grinding games, I would use this on Construct, revive it, and then it's like kind of hard to deal with, and when it dies, you add it back. So that's why I'm not as quick in terms of banishing it, but I'm a super fan of playing 2 of these, especially since I side Trap Trick. That came up with sometimes where I would Trap Trick for this one. I was really happy with it. The card's super good. The new support's really strong. I'm really happy with it. It's Vegas was like one of the most fun events I've had in a while, and like this card was the reason. This deck was like one of the reasons why. It's a cool city to go to. It's nice, far away from home, so it's quite an adventure. And the deck itself is like, super fun, win or lose. The different stuff is the Trickstar stuff. So we played this tight Trickstar engine, the cards at 1. So this is kind of like the optimal ratios for here. I also played Reincarnation. I saw a YCS Utrecht list that did not play Reincarnation that I don't know, disagreed with. I really think this card is kind of good. It's really good for disrupting combos and generating key cards. You chain it to activate Gazelle in hand. You chain it to when they add like Quick Fix or add Sleeper to hand. When they add Shaddolls Fusion from deck to hand with cards like Hedgehog. Also, there are just like instances where you just auto win because of this. This card is like fundamentally good. This format, it's good against Spirals, good against especially like Invoke Shaddolls. So with this card being like inherently good, and this card also being pretty good, being able to just like auto win randomly with this is like very, very strong. Like a lot of times, especially like in the Win-A-Mat, I would just like in the first 30 seconds I would just win a game strictly because I drew these cards together. It's kind of nice to have that kind of auto win condition without even having to try. In your deck, also with a fundamentally good deck otherwise. Like one time I even like winded, drolled, reincarnated someone. I was like, that's game for life. That's a huge plus. 3 Adaptation and Trick Clown. Also, this card's super good. I love invalidating and retaliating seeds by just summoning Mathematician, sending Wendy, summoning Beast, and passing. It's like it's so strong. It's kind of like it's not really a +3, but it's super strong because it's like you draw so many cards and it's a fair amount of board presence too. I'm a big fan of Mathematician. You don't have to play Trick Clown. It's just another light you can send off Shaddolls Fusion to make better link plays. You can also play Ghost Ogre instead, so you can also summon off E-Telly, and it's not off the draw, and you can summon off Cross Sheet, but Trick Clown's fine. That's what I played in the events, and I was happy with it. The more generic stuff is through Super Poly. This game, it's all 2 Desires. Recall first blinds, and having the extra card in the fusion deck is really important. I'm not a fan of playing a lot of spells and traps that don't contribute to your advantage in a fusion deck, because in a fusion deck you're trying to maximize the amount of monsters you have in hand. That's another reason why you play hand traps and not actual traps, because you can fuse with them. And so Desires gets you into more fusion materials and having the 6 cards is absolutely clutch, and they rarely ever banish cards that matter. And then Foolish is self-evident. So, extra deck, 3 constructs. This card was banned, so obviously maximizing it on it like we did in the olden days is probably correct. And I did summon the third one a few times. It's not that important, but minimum 2. Third one's nice. I just like being able to kill them with Super Poly and El Shaddol pretty consistently. 2 Winda, arguably best card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. 2-Op Cologne comes up a lot. The second one, the card's really broken. It has 3 effects, and they're all very strong. And very happy with it. It was like the ideal support that the deck got for the deck. I'm not really sure how they can improve feature support other than this. I'm really happy with Op Cologne. And then 1 check. I didn't play Krista. I never. Salad is free anyway, and you never really need to fuse with Ash. For links, Gravity Controller, use your guy to get spells and traps from Grave in Hand, or use Op Cologne. Sheep, best link to in the game. Phoenix, Masquerena, Unicorn, Bull Sword. This card kills them. Not all of them play this. Trickstar Shaddoll might play this more. Some of the ones do as well. The Invoke Shaddoll does not, and it's kind of unfortunate losing these cards when you play that variant because they have to play the Invoke fusions. But having the kind of flexibility these cards offer you is really clutch. This card is the 15th card in my extra deck, and by that I mean like it is the most. If I would cut anything, I would cut this first, even before this. This card is fine. You can play Apollosa instead. It came up a few times. If I recall correctly. I just like being able to summon Unicorn on their turn, but it's kind of like invested when you do that. Discarding cards is really costly. But I just thought that if you're ever in a state where you have like cross sheeping like 2 guys in a fusion and you upload this and play, you're probably gonna win anyway. So like it really shouldn't matter that much. But then I played the one Super Poly main deck I played was Starving Venom because it came up the most. Our Marduk doesn't come up as often. You still lose Spiral if you fusion into our Marduk because it's still Sleeper. Sleeper is absolutely a menace. And then it's kind of better than most of the other things you can play. And most of the other times, honestly, if you just probably you're just using them for your own Shaddol fusions. So it's pretty happy with all that. And then with the side deck, 3 Ash. It's very universal, very good. Pretty happy with it. You missed a lot. Pankratops, broken, very versatile. The field wipe cards, evenly matched, and Lightning Storm. I'm very happy I play with these cards in conjunction with Mathematician because a lot of times, especially in this happened in main event where I would like face these random floodgates that I was like are really annoying. Manny's Fiend, different floodgates. I faced a Soul Drain once. Not just come up in that situation, but like a lot of times you're facing cards like Vanny's Fiend, being able to just go Mathematician and then send Squamata, send Beast, and then crashing your guy to dig for these is like really clutch. And that's something that other Shaddol variants can't do. The Evoke Shaddol is like more powerful, but this deck is like more you can dig more for those really like win out, blowout side deck cards. 2 Trap Trick, 2 Heavy Storm Duster, and 2 Different Dimension Ground. This is this format's version of Dimensional Barrier. Being able to play 4 of them is really good, and having this kind of flexibility with Trap Trick is pretty happy. I'm not sure what I would play over these. I could exchange these out for other cards in my set deck, but I just like being able to have many options with Trap Trick. It just gives me a lot of flexibility for anything I face. But this card is super good. I would even like if I drew Joel, I would Trap Trick for Reincarnation just so I can finish the combo. It was super good. But that was the deck, and I was pretty happy with it. It's very successful. I think that there's a lot more room to grow on it. This deck is pretty underdeveloped, and so it can really like tear up tier 3 scenes if we go a little harder. So pretty happy with it. So cool.
Cool, awesome. Right. Any ending shout-outs? Any thanks?
Shout out to my boys, Team Zero. Shout out to Rivals Gaming, of course. Home Card Shop. All the boys back home in DC. Griffin Beasing, Graham Jonell, all that, Young Zings. So good stuff. But I can't wait for next event. It was a really fun weekend and really happy with the game right now. So it's good to be here.
Awesome. All right. Thanks a lot for coming on, Peter. Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll see you later. You're all super dope. Bye.